Alrighty, we are in the kitchen this morning with Chef Matt Weisample from Bite Restaurant and Catering in Norfolk, and he's got a little something unique he's cooking up this morning. Matt, go ahead and give it away. I won't say anything. What do we have this morning?
Today we have some a Himalayan salt grilled scallop. We've got some beautiful sea scallops right here, and we're going to put them on a Himalayan salt grill or salt block. This is a salt block is actually from the Himalayas. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was forged. It's probably about 500 million years old.
This right here?
Yeah, it was forged when the Himalaya mountains kind of made their way and built up. So.
Does that make the scallops taste that much more delicious?
I think so. Yeah, okay. It transfers a bit of the salt to the
You know what we're going to do? So. We're going to talk about how that makes a difference in just a few minutes when we get started. Matt Weisample from Bite is here. We're going to have a great day in the kitchen.
All right, from the Himalayas to some major players, Rascal Flatts puts on quite a show, and one local fan gets to be part of it this weekend. We'll find out how she's gearing up live to live one of her dreams by taking the stage at Farm Bureau Live as their opening act. And there's a little corner of the Norfolk waterfront that stands out among all the tall buildings and battleships. Coming up on a brand new Through the Lens, our Tom Shad shares his images of the Norfolk Pagoda.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Welcome back to the Hampton Road Show, everybody. We're in the kitchen today with Chef Matt Weisample from Bite Restaurant and Catering in Norfolk. He's making a very interesting dish. It is Himalayan grilled salt scallops. Is that what it is?
Himalayan grilled salt scallops.
Himalayan salt. And this is one of your featured entrees, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's probably one of my favorite to prepare, for sure. It really accentuates the simplicity of fresh ingredients that we use and brings out the flavor, I believe, in the scallops as well, so that you get the real nice salty and sweet flavor of the scallop, and at the same time it's not being overpowered by anything else on the dish.
All right, there is our list of ingredients, and Matt, I know we're going to get to the scallops in just a few moments, but right now we're going to fix up the veggies, right? What do we have here?
The veggies, what we have, like I said, simplicity at its finest. We have some fresh leeks, fresh corn as well, and also some fresh local oyster mushrooms, and that's pretty much it. butter, thyme, garlic, some herbs, white wine, pink pepper, and salt, and olive oil. And first thing what we're going to do is clean these leeks up, because they're the one that's what's going to take the longest. So what I'll do is trim the green spot off of the leeks, trim the little root end off, split it down lengthwise, and what you'll see inside of here, there's a bit of dirt.
Oh,
we don't want that. That's no bueno. We're going to get that out. So we'll trim.
How much of the leeks do you plan to use, anyways? What is the best part? I mean, obviously not the dirt.
No, not the dirt. Really, what you see right there on the board, you're going to trim that green off, trim that root end off, and then the rest of it is all love. So,
okay.
Once we have it split down halfway, we'll cut them. Just, whoa, we're slinging food.
They went flying.
Yeah, that's all right. They take flight. They're happy vegetables. So we'll cut them.
Now, Matt has been at Bite for almost a year now. The restaurant just opened up in the last year. How are things going over at Bite?
Things are going great. We've got a great breakfast and lunch business going. We're in the first floor of the Wells Fargo building on the corner of Monticello and Charlotte. Right. So we're right across the street from the Scope. Show nights at the Chrysler or game nights at the Scope have been great. We've gotten a great response from customers, and I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
I think our kitchen staff is, the rest of our staff.
Does your clientele enjoy lunch as more than dinner, or is it, I mean, do you see that as lunch, breakfast, or which one do you see people coming in the most?
I like to think they enjoy all of them.
I know they do, Matt. I'm just sort of...
But it seems that breakfast and lunch, since we've been open for a while, seems to be up and running pretty strong. And again, that's because we're in the building, or the bottom of a bank building.
Right.
So a lot of them come down and they get their quick fix for lunch and run back upstairs and start grinding it back out.
I'm here to tell you that this segment flies by, Matt. We're almost out of it here, so if you can do some cooking.
So we're going to rinse these.
Okay.
I'll take them over to the sink.
Over here at the sink.
We'll rinse those
action.
and we'll get back to them in just a minute. And while we're doing that, I'll go ahead and slow melt a bit of butter, which is where those leeks are going to eventually go. Right. So we'll sweat those leeks down in that. While that's melting, we'll cut the corn off the cob, and we'll keep it moving. You know, you mentioned that the leeks and the oyster mushrooms are local. I know that's really important to you guys to buy local. Absolutely. Buy fresh, buy local all the time. As much as possible, regional if you can't get it local, and that just really, it helps to keep local farmers in business. It helps us because they have the best ingredients. Okay, you're gonna add the leeks and the corn and the mushrooms, and you're gonna cook them all together? No, well, we're gonna cook the mushrooms a bit separate because they're gonna be seared. It's a little bit of a different cooking technique that's gonna go with that, and so they'll be done a little bit different. This one's a little bit low and slow, food of love kind of thing. Like that. Also, if you notice, I cut the butter into small chunks as well, so that it melts evenly and that the heat doesn't start to burn some of the other butter solids while it's in the pan. Okay, we're going to have to put a little wrap on this right now. We're going to come back in a few minutes. We're going to cook the scallops, and we're going to show you how this is all wrapped up into one. Matt Whitesample from Bite. Good having you in there this morning. Good to be here.
All right. Chris, you're going to want to get over here. It is getting really interesting over here in the buzz.
What's up?
We're asking people to kind of weigh in on how they feel about that bus monitor situation in
bullying.
New York and what should happen. Most of the people who commented, and a lot of people did, obviously earn a lot of support for Karen Klein. They feel terribly for her. They feel the kids were totally out of line and she should be punished. But there are a few people bringing up a very interesting side of this story. What's that? Lakeisha says, being the adult, she should have stood up to those children and let them know who is in charge, regardless of who she looked. And Beasley Penny says, I have a problem with her lack of action. She needed to step up and become the adult disciplinarian. It's like, wait a minute, she's 68 years old. But Debbie also makes kind of the same point, and her post is long, so I'm going to paraphrase a little bit. She's pretty much saying if the bus monitor is supposed to be on the bus to make sure the driver can just drive and handle any behavior problems or things like that on the bus, you know, she's basically saying, why aren't these bus monitors looking more like Vin Diesel than Mrs. Doubtfire?
Yeah, it's a really good point.
Yeah.
She just sits there and takes it, which, you know, we weren't there and we don't know, and we don't know her or what her mentality or her personality is to deal with kids.
Yeah.
But she is an adult, and they were middle schoolers.
Yeah, I mean, you never know who's a ninja. You never know.
It's true. I know if that were me.
Who's a ninja. but you know, it didn't look like kind of like the right person to be if they needed an authority figure who could have the potential to break up a physical fight between kids or something.
Right, she should have acted. However, it's still wrong what those kids did.
Yeah.
They are in the wrong.
I admire her for being very gracious, though, and not really wanting to see the kids punished.
Yeah.
And we're also getting word, too, that
That could
the
change.
apologies from the kids are starting to come, too.
Oh,
so, you know.
I think those kids really know what they did is wrong.
I hope so. I would
Once again,
hope
we've
so.
shined a light on bullying. Everybody's aware of it now.
I know, and she's getting over $400,000 has been raised for her, so maybe she could have that little vacation, fund some bullying programs.
Something good will come from something bad.
All right, something good that's come in from Tom Shad today, another Through the Lens piece. You know, Norfolk, of course, is steeped in history. The clock goes back pretty far in some neighborhoods, and in one place it reaches a different time zone altogether.
That's right. Today, Wavy News anchor Tom Shad takes us there in his trip through the lens.
A stroll through Norfolk's Freemason neighborhood can take you back in time, and if you go behind this wall, you'll see a different part of the world. A gift from Taiwan in 1983, the pagoda makes a vivid stand in this center of American naval power. This building replaces an industrial relic, a 500,000-gallon storage tank that held molasses. But few would argue the view now is much sweeter. Stroll the gardens at sunset and you'll find some amazing silhouettes, from the architecture to the exotic shrubs which lace this downtown oasis. Long night exposures look like they come from a different land, while in the morning light the brilliant colors assault the eyes with beauty. But the pagoda is nestled in a small space near Freemason Harbor, hidden behind nondescript walls. It's revealed when you seek it out and drink in its flowing fountains and lush gardens. Its colorful brilliance from the Far East, captured through the lens.
All right, you can find more of Tom's work on his Facebook page and on wavy.com. And our next guest had a dream to sing on stage before thousands of fans.
Saturday night, she's doing exactly that, as she is set to take the stage at Farm Bureau Live in Virginia Beach as an opening act for her favorite band, Rascal Flatts. Please welcome Kimberly Morlino.
Wow, welcome to the Hampton Roadshow. We should note, too, that this dream has kind of come true already because you sang with Shania Twain.
Yeah, back in, I believe I was in maybe 10th or 11th grade.
Yeah.
We just did one song. It was to raise money, and I sang with a couple other people in a choir.
Yeah. But this time you're going to do a little bit of a set, 2 original songs for Rascal Flatts.
Yeah.
You told us that you were terrified, but
Yes,
I bet you probably have some tricks and tips to overcome that fear before you take the stage.
You know, I'm not sure. I've never even been in this type of situation, so I'm hoping all my friends and everybody there will kind of give me the drive to just, you know, take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
How did this come about? How did you get the opportunity?
At the Rascal Flatts concert last June, we just went to the concert, and my husband was like, you know, there's a karaoke contest, just do it, you know, and so I went up there, and I thought it was just to be able to meet them, so I was excited about that, and everything came out, you know.
We've got some video of that going on, the Rascal Flatts Karaoke Fest Challenge from 2011, so the winners get to perform, get to open for them. What are you going to sing?
I'm going to sing Home to Me, which it's about being a military wife and waiting for your husband to come home safely. And then I'm going to sing Number One Song. It's pretty catchy, it's a real fun country song.
So where are you hoping this could lead?
Hopefully big things. Yesterday they just released the songs on iTunes, so it's very exciting.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And thank you for your service and your husband's service as a military family. What is that like for you?
It's hard, but you know, it's worth it, and I'm very proud of him, and proud of all of our military. So.
Wow, well, you know, I know you've been practicing. How does that go? I mean, because I know you can't, you know, simulate 10,000 people.
I've just been singing it a lot. I just got back from Tennessee with Digitrax Entertainment, and I worked with the writer, and we recorded. I've just been practicing, just hoping, you know, I guess I can really never get the idea of what it's going to be like until I get up there, so should be interesting.
I bet it's going to be awesome. I bet it's going to be more than interesting. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Good for you. We're
Thank
excited
you.
for you. Kimberly's performance is Sunday. As we've mentioned, opening up for Rascal Flatts, Little Big Town, and the Eli Young Band. That's going to be quite a show at Farm Bureau Live. For tickets and information, you can go to farmbureaufans.com. And we wish you the very best of luck. We know it's going to be awesome and hope that you'll come back and perform on the Hampton Road Show sometime.
Thank you. I love to.
Can I give you one bit of advice?
Sure.
Don't
please.
forget to breathe.
I might have a hard time with that, but I'll
I know,
try.
it sounds simple.
Yeah.
Just breathe.
Yeah.
You
You'll be
know,
fine.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you because I was like 100% sure you were going to say, picture everybody in their underpants.
No, come on.
You're-
Well, I was
you're
thinking
good.
that, but I didn't say it, okay. All right, if you've been to Hampton Roads for more than 5 minutes, you've probably heard of the Fuzz Band. They're here with us for this edition of Live Music Friday, so stick around.
All right, why not enjoy an evening of entertainment, good food, all for a good cause? Up next, we'll talk with our live audience about how you can do all of that and help local people.
And don't forget our pop quiz. You can win the Brain Quest prize pack. Just log on to HamptonRoadShow.com and click on the pop quiz button on the top right-hand corner of your screen.
All right, we're back on the Hampton Road Show. Our live audience today is from My Help, My Hope Incorporated. It's a group founded to put a stop to domestic violence and to help those who are in a dangerous situation because of violence at home. Kathy Staten, the founder of My Help, My Hope Incorporated, is here to let us know how everybody can get involved in the fight against domestic violence. And the folks who are often caught in that situation tend to be the children.
Yeah.
So tell me about My Hope, My Help, My Hope.
Well, I'm a survivor of domestic violence myself, so that's how my organization got started. So I went out and just made a commitment to breaking the silence and trying to help eliminate domestic violence.
What kinds of things can the foundation provide? You know, women, or in some cases we know it's men or teens who need some help because of what's happening in their house.
Resources, clothing, food. Not a shelter. I would like to open up a shelter in the near future. But right now, resources. I work with various shelters in our area and try to help the women and children out that go to the shelters.
What do you think is the biggest thing that keeps people from getting out of these situations? Is it those fundamentals, clothing, food, you know,
Yeah,
being able to care for themselves?
Exactly. The fear of going out there and being able to take care of yourself on your own, especially if the perpetrator has been, you know, taking care of everything.
And what about legal advice for women victims of domestic violence to kind of know their rights?
Yeah, it's a good idea to get educated if you've never been in that situation, and even if you are in that situation, you can get educated. You can go online. There are lots of resources out there that can that'll help you.
I don't know if it was a feeling of yours, but in working with other victims of domestic violence, you've certainly encountered women who felt at times too ashamed to tell anybody what was going on, too embarrassed. Maybe they felt like it was their fault.
Yes.
How do you get victims of domestic violence to stop thinking that way, even after someone has built a career of making them feel that way?
Well, I'm a goal coach for some women that's been in that situation. I was in that situation. So it's just talking to them and letting them know that you care, and that and them knowing that you walked in their shoes make them open up more anyway, versus them talking to someone that has not been in their shoes, So they kind of tend to open up to me.
All right. Let's talk about the fundraiser, how folks can help you out.
Yes, I'm very excited about it. It's an annual fundraiser, and it's tomorrow. We still need funding in order for it to be successful, and they can make a donation at my website, or they can come out and purchase a ticket. And all the funds go to the Her Shelter and the YWCA, and we're raising funds for those shelters. Some of the money will be used for the summer. For the kids are in the shelter, in the shelters now. They want to go out on outings.
Sure.
So the funding to help, provide for the parents to be able to go out with the kids, and also that provides a platform for bonding with the parents too. So we still need lots of, tickets, sales, or donations so we can make the event successful for tomorrow.
All right. Well, we will put all of the information at thehamptonroadshow.com so kids can go out there and just feel like other kids. All right. All the information right there on your screen, and again, we'll put it at thehamptonroadshow.com. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
All right, still ahead, it is our comedian Robert Hawkins is headlining the Virginia Beach Funny Bone this weekend, and he's stopping by to goof off with us this morning.
Million years. Hold on.
All right, we're back on the Hampton Road Show. Sure, he's had his own specials. He's been on Conan O'Brien and Titus, but now Robert Hawkins can say he's made it.
Finally.
He's here on the Hampton Road Show.
You have
Thank
reached
very
the
much for
pinnacle
being
of your
with us.
success, Robert.
Thank you.
Happy Friday.
Now, I didn't waste this hat.
No, it's a good hat.
Yeah.
It's a good. The fedora is in.
Oh, yeah. The sale rack hats are really in. 2 for $15.
Well, where's the other one? Where's mine?
I'll bring it to you tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
So Robert's from South Florida, and I'm here to say, congratulations, man. Miami Heat won that title last night. I know you're thrilled.
That's right, yes. I had no investment in that at all.
None at all.
No.
That's all right.
Now, I mean, that's where you live there, but
I'm from Miami, Florida originally.
but you spend so much time on the road. I mean, where
Yeah.
do you own a home anywhere? I mean, where would you?
Yes, I have a house. It's a 2-story house. The first story was I could afford it. So now I have to take on some extra jobs. But that's all right. I'm an entrepreneur. You know.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. I'm developing a motorcycle airbag. It pops out, you
have to be
fly
big.
off. I'm in good shape here financially. I mean, I've got other stuff going on besides this. I just built a bookcase for my Kindle.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I just developed an application for your iPhone. It's called Words with Friends with Benefits.
Right.
I don't need any of you people. I have a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to open a tanning saloon.
Right.
Yeah, so you can get drunk and tan. This is all soap.
I don't know if you want to be saying this out loud. I mean, a lot of people are. I don't
They
want
will
your
take my
ideas to get
ideas.
ripped off.
Yes, I'm pitching a show to CBS. It's a game show where a man has 60 seconds to seduce a woman. It's called The Minute to Get in It. And
How do you do? How
laugh,
do
but
you
you'll be
do?
there auditioning.
I don't know, laughing.
You
How
know,
do
you
you
can
do with
pitch
the
that to
ladies?
NBC. You're on NBC. I'm just here to
Am
say.
I don't know.
How do you do with the ladies?
See, how do I do with the ladies?
How do you do with the ladies?
How do I do?
I mean, you've got the hat. I'm just.
Got the hat now. I'm not married, but I live like I'm married. I'm practicing having a wife. I think it's the right thing to do.
It's a good idea.
You know, why make an abrupt transition? I can live like I'm a married man now. I'll give you an example. I shave once in a while. Not today. I'm angry at her, whoever she is. I know we're fighting. But I put the seat down now in practice, so it's second nature to me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I put 100 empty bottles of shampoo in my tub now, so I'm already used to that.
Some of them have to be upside down.
Yes, it's like McDonald Playland in there. I take myself out. I see movies I don't want to see. I get dressed for the movie, then I sit around the house for a half hour. After the movie, I get ice cream. No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. I don't have to, but I could. Sometimes I drive around and talk about ice cream. I sleep on 2 inches of my own mattress. Now, I just teeter on the edge, and I don't even use a blanket. But that's okay. That's okay, because I have the heater on 189 degrees, and I'm burning my ass off in preparation for this love.
So he's ready.
Yes.
Ladies,
You're ready.
I'm trained.
so we'll invite all the single ladies to come see Robert Hawkins at the Virginia Beach Funny Bone. You got 2
Come
shows.
on out, party like it's 1995.
8 o'clock tonight and 10:30. 2 shows tomorrow night, 7:30 and 10. 1 show on Sunday night at 7:30. 213-5555 for tickets and information, or you can log on to Virginia VA Beach Funnybone.com. VA like
Thank you.
the beach. VA
And bring
Beach
your hat
Funny Bone.com.
with you.
Right.
Hey, you want to stick around a little while?
Sure.
You want to hang out with us?
Sure, you got any food?
We do have some food. We're cooking scallops.
Scallops?
We'll feed you.
We got a
Great.
band.
I'm going to open an Italian restaurant where you can have your car worked on while you eat and call it Buca de Pep Boys. This is a big one.
All right.
I'm
more,
going to sell taffy to old people and call them now or nevers.
more,
This is huge.
more with Robert in a
You're not even
moment.
thinking
That's
it.
right, and it's Live Music Friday, and today, local favorites. The Fuzz Band is going to blow the doors off the Hampton Road Show with their funky, jazzy sound.
All right, and we're going to check in with Chef Matt Weissample, who better throw a few more scallops on for Robert over there in the kitchen. He's working hard on that Himalayan salt grilled scallops. We'll be right back.
We are back in the kitchen with Chef Matt Weissample from Bite Restaurant and Catering in Norfolk. He's making a very interesting dish, Himalayan salt-grilled scallops. But when we left you, we were doing the leeks and the corn. Show us how that turned out, and then let's get to the scallops, Matt.
That's right. The leeks, pretty much what this is where it's looking at right now. What I did was we rinsed them out, got all that dirt out, threw them in the pan, a good generous pinch of salt to go ahead and start drawing moisture out, sweat them down. And then once they started sweating and they had a good, almost translucent look to them, added a little bit of white wine, brought that down, reduced it, and then added the cream. And once that started to reduce, we put the fresh corn in as well. Cut the heat down low and slow, food of love kind of thing, and that's pretty much where it's looking at right now. This was about a cup of cream. So much, and now it's pretty much into it.
All right, Matt says that this takes it's like a 3-hour process in the restaurant on a daily basis, but he made it go quick, and now it's time to get to the scallops.
That's right, the scallops, the love of the dish. What I've got pretty much here is the scallops. I put a little bit of olive oil on it, put some cracked pink peppercorns on it as well. Now, because we're grilling it on the salt block, we don't want to salt the scallops. Typically, you know, it's a cardinal sin not to salt a scallop before you sear it, in my opinion. I mean, salt, people I think neglect a lot of times in the kitchen. Proper seasoning, proper food, it's all good then. So, all right, olive oil, pink peppercorn, we'll set them right onto the salt block.
You know, the salt block, I just thought it was like a cutting board or something. I reached out and touched it, and of course burned myself.
Yeah, it gets
just
pretty
showing
hot.
that I know nothing in the kitchen.
It gets pretty hot. These salt blocks can get, you know, they can withstand quite a bit of heat, plus 500 degrees, you know. So, of course, we try not to get it that hot. If it explodes, I don't want shrapnel, salty shrapnel flying.
Whoa. What do you mean explode?
I got surprises.
Oh,
I didn't tell you that.
He brought some surprises. Well, listen, while these cook, let's talk about Bite. And if you're a big fan of trying a new restaurant, I think Matt would say you might want to come on Wednesday night. Tell him why.
You want to actually come on Thursday night. We started cut back a little bit summer hours. That's all right.
I thought you had a wine tasting on Wednesday.
On Thursday, we've moved that to Thursday night. Thursday night is our wine nights, and what we have a great selection of wine, real progressive selection, and you can get half off whole bottle or half off bottles of wine that are sold by the glass.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, what makes sense is that you go on Wednesday, try it out, and see if it's any better on Thursday. Right, Matt?
I hope it's better on Thursday.
Okay. You're going to cook some mushrooms as well?
That's right. We're going to cut this up high.
Okay. Let's switch.
Hot. While these are going, hit the pan with a little bit of oil.
Remember, I warned you, this goes really quick, and he's used to cooking quick.
That's right.
In the business.
Step back a little bit. What we're going to do is throw...
Stand back, everybody. I'm not sure why.
A clove of garlic. And that's why.
We got fireworks here in the kitchen.
Throw a few sprigs of thyme in there. Again, hot oil. And we're throwing our mushrooms in. Okay? So, want to also keep in mind, while those are searing, I won't hit them with salt quite yet. Again, we're going to season everything as we go. We'll hit them with salt in just a second. Let them get a good sear, because what will happen is when you hit it with salt, it will start to draw the moisture out.
Right.
And you're not going to get a good sear on those mushrooms like you would.
Now,
so we'll break the scallops loose a little bit. Delicate. If you didn't see, I was kind of digging underneath of it if they get to sticking a little bit. People have a tendency with tongs to start cutting and squeezing, grabbing, karate chopping, and all kinds of stuff, and you pretty much end up murdering your food before you get a chance.
We don't want to do that. Now, you said that the salt block makes a big difference in the taste.
It does. It actually transfers a bit of salt to the scallop, which is why we don't salt it beforehand. And also that bit of oil will create a sort of a protective barrier so that the salt doesn't draw out of the moisture, get into the block, and then start to come up into it. So if you have the more moisture, obviously the more salt transfer you're going to have into your food.
Okay, the sea scallops will be plated in just a moment with Matt. Of course, Bite Restaurant is at 440 Monticello Avenue, 110 Norfolk. Call them at 757-486-0035. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Call for reservations or find them online at enjoybite.com. Matt Weissample, we're going to plate this in a moment, and I have a feeling it's going to be delicious because Robert over there is hungry.
Oh, we got